Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm going to do a Netflix suggestion video, and I think this is literally about my fourth one. I've done a specific girly TV shows and films one. I've done a random one, a Christmas one, which I've done quite a few of these videos. So I have accumulated quite a few different TV shows over the past 6 months since my last one of these, because it takes me a while to rack up these TV shows. I've gathered quite a few good ones that I think you'll really like. So let's get into the video. Okay, so the first one I've got on my list is Outer Banks, and they've just done season 2 and I'm halfway through season 2. So don't give me any spoilers, but I love it. I love the clothes, I love the whole vibe of the whole show. So if you don't know what Outer Banks is, it's basically like they have a bit of like an investigation kind of thing. They're like on a treasure hunt, but it's genuinely so good. The guys, the girls, like the whole group of them are such a good dynamic together. All the drama that happened in the first series, but it's so good. The OVX kind of fashion has become a thing, which is the beachy surfer kind of vibe, and I love it. But yeah, if you haven't seen Outer Banks, definitely watch it. It's not just a girly thing. I actually watch it with my boyfriend and he really enjoys it as well. John B and Sarah have my heart. And I found out that they're actually together in real life, which just made my whole life. Okay, these next two are kind of like fantasy kind of ones if you're interested in anything like that. Fate the Wink Saga. So you've probably seen this advertised on Netflix. Yeah, so it's about like fairies, and I know it sounds like weird, but it's not like those kind of fairies. They're quite dark and there's a full-on story, like they're like hiding from these burnt ones which are like the villains. It's very like mythical kind of vibe, but they're at this school to kind of find out what their like fairy skill is. But I actually have a fun fact about this show. One of the girls in it used to live in the room I lived in London. Little fun fact. She's no idea who I am, but I know who she is because I moved into her room and she left these little like pictures on the wall. And she was like, yeah, you can have them. And I was like, okay. So I have her pictures from her wall. Yeah, so I moved into her old room. She went to the same drama school I went to as well. Little fun fact. So that's what made me watch it. So I was like, oh, that's quite cool. And it's actually really good, so definitely give that a go. The Fate the Wink Saga. The next one is, again, kind of similar theme. This actually does give me Game of Thrones vibes, and I know people are going to say it's nothing like Game of Thrones, because it's not, but the whole costume element gives me Game of Thrones vibes, and that's The Witcher. They've just done season 2 as well, I believe. I haven't actually watched season 2. I did enjoy it. It is definitely one you need to concentrate. It's not one that you can kind of have on in the background, but if you do like that kind of fictional like world, and again he's witches, give that a go. It's a bit of a different one from me, but yeah, it was good. Right, coming on to the girly ones, because you know I love the girly ones. So this one is Ginny and Georgia. So I love things like this. These are definitely ones you can pop on in the background while you're doing something else, or you just want something easy to watch while you get cozy. So yeah, Ginny and Georgia, it's like a young mum and her daughter. The relationship between them, and her mum kind of has her heart broken a lot, or like struggles, so they move a lot. Very kind of like obvious high school storyline, but again, if you want something to just whack on, quite cutesy and good, Ginny and Georgia, give it a go. The Kissing Booth films. I've just watched Kissing Booth 3, which they've just put on Netflix. Sorry, I'm pointing that way because my TV's there, and didn't fail to disappoint again. I love the Kissing Booth films. I love them. I think they're so good, feel good. Again, chuck on in the background kind of stuff. I love the Kissing Booth films. It might be something that you've scrolled past that you think, I don't know, but give them a go. If you like girly kind of like teen movies like that, watch it for sure. Okay, this next one a friend actually recommended me to watch, and I do think for me personally it took me a while to get into, but is good, and that is Lucifer. So it's kind of a weird concept that he's the devil and he's gonna like become like God. I feel like I can't sell this to you without you watching it. The word glamorous just comes to mind when I think of this Lucifer. Like, I think it's great. Give it a go. The next one is a series. Again, I think there's only 2 seasons of it, and that's Dead to Me. A little bit older than the teen kind of vibe I've gone for previously, but this is a bit more like kind of dark. So basically one of them's just lost her husband, so she goes to this support group, finds friends, and give it a go. I'm waiting for season 2 for this one. I've mentioned it before, and that's Bridgerton. If you've not watched Bridgerton, where have you been? Because it's just amazing. Like, I think it was just incredible show that it's just in so many ways. Like, I think it's just great. Also the music as well. The instrumental kind of orchestra versions of these pop songs are just incredible. But that's another story. I'm sure you probably have, but I had to include it in this video. These next ones are kind of fun. Ones that you can just easily chuck on in the background with your partner, or just something really easy. So Jack and I love watching these. The first one is Modern Family. Love it. If you've not seen it, it's so funny. I think it's hilarious. Like, I genuinely cackle when I'm watching this show. And also the one that we're currently watching, so we're not finished, I think we're on season 5, that we just kind of chuck on in the evening when we're kind of winding down, and that's Superstore. And it's so funny. It's basically about like a superstore, like people working in retail or like in a supermarket kind of vibe. If you've worked in retail, you'll find this really funny. Like, it's so good. It's got the girl in it who played Ugly Betty, and also if you've ever seen the film The Perfect Man, the guy who goes out with Hilary Duff, he's in it as well. That's a select few people that might have seen that, but if you've seen that, great. I'm incredibly late to the party on this, but I genuinely think it's up there with like one of my favourite TV shows, and that is The US Office. There's a big debate on the UK Office versus the US Office, but the US Office for me, yeah, coming from that, this one actually isn't on Netflix. This is on Amazon Prime. My taste of Netflix shows really alters when I come from this, coming from teen movies to this. But that is Jack Ryan. It's got the guy John Krasinski from The Office in it, which made me kind of go, oh, he's in it. So we went and watched that. Jack and I watched it together, and Jack Ryan is so good. We've only watched season 1. I know there is a season 2. We haven't got around to it, but season 1 was incredible. I actually told my parents when I was down at their house last week, watch Jack Ryan. It's so good. If you like kind of crime investigation, he's in the CIA. He's basically trying to track down a terrorist, and it's very good. It's very good. Quite complicated. It's definitely one you need to concentrate for, but he's tracking down this terrorist that's supposedly the next Bin Laden, and if you like that kind of thing, watch that. I feel like this video is definitely for everyone, from the teens to, you know, anyone. Jack Ryan is great if you do like that as well. The Crown. I always talk about The Crown. I actually have a very sad experience about The Crown. I was asked to be an extra and I couldn't get it off work. So I'm very upset about that, but the whole show in general was great. This is a new one that's come onto Netflix. Again, a little bit of a +18 on this if you are younger and watching this video. Sex Life. Yeah, Sex Life is lots of sex in it. Intriguing. It was intriguing. Again, stick on that theme is Sex Education. If you've not seen Sex Education on Netflix, they're just about to put on season 3, I believe. I love Sex Education. I think it's so funny, so good. Yeah, definitely watch that. Right, these next ones are ones that I have been watching that aren't on Netflix, but are on either like Now TV, Amazon Prime, Disney, anything like that. And of course, One Tree Hill is on there. Also, The Walking Dead. They've just put The Walking Dead onto Disney, which I'm so excited. I'm yet to watch the final season. I'm so excited. If you've watched my channel for a while, you know I'm a fan of The Walking Dead, which again, I didn't think I'd like, but it's become one of my favourite programmes ever. One I've been watching recently, which actually I've been watching on Now TV, and that is Sex and the City. I've come from watching the films. I love the Sex and the City films. My mum is a huge fan of Carrie Bradshaw, but I've never watched the series until literally last week, and I'm now on season 4. If that doesn't tell you to watch it, then so yeah, I love the fashion, I love the whole vibe, and yeah, I'm very obsessed. that is everything. Thank you so much for watching this video. I feel like I've crammed in so much, like from different tastes to girly again, but a bit of everything. So hopefully there was something in there for you. Thank you so much for watching. If you did like this video or you want to subscribe to my channel, I'd be very grateful. Let me know if there's anything that you think I'd like. Please leave them in the comments. I'm forever grateful. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next week for another video. Bye.